GR Supra Star in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome back to OpenFed Gaming, where we like to play video games just for the fun of it. I am the OpenFed. We're driving a 2020 Toyota GR Supra RZ. We're driving it in a special event called the Toyota Supra One Make, meaning that all the cars in the race are Toyota Supras. We're driving it at the Watkins Glen long course. We're doing 5 laps. We started 10th of 10 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now these laps are decent length. They're going to take a little while to do, but the problem lies in that this is a one make, a Toyota Supra one make race, meaning all the cars are Toyota Supras, which means that they're pretty well evenly powered. They're different years, but boy, I tell you, this is one tough race that's going to go right down to the wire. It's 5 laps, 9 cars is all I got to pass. So 2 cars per lap should do it. Now, with a race like this, where the cars are all evenly powered, trying to pass anybody around the outside on an outside corner is almost impossible. It can be done if you catch the other guy napping as he's slowing down when you come into the corner, but it's usually, if you want to pass him, you're going to have to try and cut him on the inside, which is really difficult because these guys are all over the track from side to side as they're ripping down the road, and whenever they give you any room, it's usually on the outside, you know, because they don't want you passing them on the inside, because that's the only place you can get them, like I just did there with that little green one, that little green Supra. That took me a while to pass. So keep that in mind. Try and get them on the inside. Like I said, you know, I got it floored here, and I'm only just barely passing this guy, and he's one of the slower ones. So we got our work cut out for us. We got a long ways to go. I'm not sure how many cars we've got left that we have to pass. I think we've only passed 3 so far, which means that we still got 6 more to pass. Now there's a few places that is very good for passing, and I'll mention them as we catch up to them. Now, of course, when you're on a straight stretch and you're driving side by side with a car of equal power, it's still not. You got to catch him when he's either gearing up or gearing down. Like going around a corner, they slow down a fair amount. But if you don't have the room to sneak in between him and the side of the track, then it doesn't do you much good, because they slow down. You're going to have to too. Because trying to pass these guys around the outside there, not going to happen. You want to cut in and get them on the inside, they'll move over before you get there. So we got to show a little bit of patience, take our time, and just like that, once in a while, pick one off whenever we can. And we just got to stick with it. That's the best plan that we've got. Now, boxing you out is not going to be a problem, because the thing is, they are doing the natural boxing by, like I said, going from side to side on the track, and you got to stay with them, because when they go from one side to the other, it's because a corner is coming and you can't cut them on the inside because they'll move in front of you. So we're going to try and catch up to this blue guy, see if we can catch him on the inside somewhere along the way here. But you got to be right up behind him. Boy, I tell you, it's a very difficult race. We are just starting our 3rd lap, I believe, right there, and we're just barely getting past this blue Supra. So we've still got, by my guess, about five cars to pass, 4 or 5, something like that. Right here, if you're right behind them and you get on the outside, you can catch them napping, because sometimes they'll slow down enough. Otherwise, you have to wait till you get to here and catch them on the inside here. But as you notice, I didn't have enough power to get by them, so you're stuck behind them. You can't squeeze in front of them through this little S track, so you have to stay behind them. And like I always mention, the problem with staying behind a couple of cars like this is the ones that are in the lead, the ones that are in front, are getting away. Unless, of course, these guys are going so fast that they are catching up to the front car, which then it's okay to be chasing these guys because you're getting closer to the front anyway. But I'm not sure what the case is. There's a car way down there I can see. Like I said, we're in our third lap, so we still got a couple of laps to go. We're going to try and sneak by this guy on the inside. Best way to pass him. Oh, see, and he's still beside you. He just will not let you go. Very difficult to pass. But that's okay. We're going to try and sneak past him too. That leaves the other one way behind. You can see them in your rearview mirror. Okay. So now I do believe, but I'm guessing these are the last two cars in front of us. Like I said at the beginning, we only had 9 cars to pass. So I'm sure we are close to having passed 7 cars. So it gives us 2 left to go. But we are starting our 4th lap, coming up pretty quick here. And you've noticed how long it takes me to pass one of these guys. Because sometimes you're behind them, following them for quite a ways, which gets a little annoying when you can't get by it. But you got to keep your patience. You can't start driving chaotic. Now, remember what I said about this here little section? Get up right behind him here. Then when he moves over to cut the corner, you step on it. See, he slows down just enough for you to get by. So now, we are behind the lead car with still about a lap and a half to go. So that's pretty good, you know. But this lead car turns out to be a real nightmare because he is just zipping along and you cannot catch him. Well, you can catch him, but once you do, how are you going to get by him? Like I keep telling you, when they move from side to side, he is driving in the optimal driving lane, meaning that there is no room to cut on the inside and you don't have enough power to pass him on the outside. Those are your only 2 venues, the only 2 options. You've got it, but the best option is still cutting them on the inside because that's the closest. So keep that in mind. Because sometimes when you're trying to pass a guy on the outside in a corner and you can't quite get around him, but the very next turn, the corner becomes your inside. And that's where you have to watch for it, but you have to remember to transfer them. Because we're taking the lead here, back and forth, back and forth. This guy, I'll get just barely ahead of him, and then he zips back in front of me. So our cars are pretty evenly matched, you know, and it's just a matter of waiting for the opportunity. When you see it, you got to pounce on it. Because here we are, rounding the corner and the ending of our 4th lap, starting the last lap. We've already chased him for a whole lap and we couldn't get by him. And that could very well happen again here. Because, like I said, you got to be right behind him to be able to pass him. So we're going to try that over here and see if we can do that again like we did with the last one. But I just cannot seem to stick close enough behind him. He's a little bit too fast here, like he pulls away from me. And I've got it floored. So this is going to be a finish that's going to be quite interesting as we get about halfway through this lap now. We don't have a lot of time left and I still got to get by him. Boy, this is an awesome race. It's nice and fast. Great cars to drive. And the graphics on the track are fantastic. The gameplay is top-notch like it always is in Gran Turismo 7. Always enjoy racing in VR on this game. So, as we're coming down here, now remember what I said. Try and pass him on the outside just before you get a corner where you end up being on the inside. You trick him, you'll end up ahead of him. It's about one of the few ways that you can pass this guy because he's very difficult. Really, really enjoyed this race. This fighting back and forth. See, we try to get him on the inside here. Didn't quite do it. And here we're going to be on the outside. This is what I'm talking about. Can't pass him there. But as we're coming up over here, the last couple of corners before the race is over, on the outside here and then back inside here, we steal the victory away from him. Absolutely awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, you've been racing with the Opafet.